Look, I'm sick and tired of hearing all these moralists all of a sudden come out to justify IFAB and what they did is right and is just. Because at the end of the day, you know what, folks? We still have to deal with offsides that are just ridiculous. The offside rule that no one understands, the handball rules that no one understands, that is interpreted in 20 million different ways. And depending on what referee you have, it's interpreted a different way each and every time. There are more prevalent issues in football than a goalkeeper going and talking to a penalty kick taker. There are more prevalent issues in football than a goalkeeper going and touching a net before a penalty kick. There are more prevalent issues in football than a goalkeeper jumping around on the line. There's more prevalent issues in football than a goalkeeper jumping up, tapping the post. Oh, it takes away from... Come on. It takes away 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Most, at the most. Now you can't... Football all of a sudden became tennis and golf. This pseudo... sanctimonious attitude that's taken. Again, like I said, it's this fake, hypocritical European morality that ends up bestoking football because a team that's not European ends up winning the World Cup. Let's say it as it is. If France would have won the World Cup and would have made the penalties that they didn't, maybe they would have won the World Cup. I don't have any doubt in my mind. But you know what? They didn't. And you know who ended up being at the center of that storm? Dibu Martínez. A South American. And because a South American team won the World Cup, thus, all of a sudden there's this desire to have morality and what is right and what is fair. If France would have won the World Cup, like I said, well, they overcame the odds and they were able to defeat this evil side, this evil force that was looking to bestow any type of I don't know, devilish ways, unsportsmanlike, classless. That's how they see teams that are not European. Let's be real. That's how things are. Like I said, if France would have won the World Cup, we wouldn't be talking about penalty kicks and how they were taken and how they're not taken and how goalkeepers end up approaching. Because you know what? When certain European goalkeepers end up kind of doing something similar, no one says a word. No one says anything. But of course, it's Dibu Martínez, an easy target. Like any other easy target that's not European. Of course, if it's a South American player, if it's an African player, if it's an Asian player, if they do something like that, then yes, it is evil. But if it's a European, of course it's not. Because that's part of football. It's banter. It's the bants, man. It is part of the game. But of course, there's nothing. Football's great. Nothing's going wrong. There's certain rules that aren't understood. So what? This is the one that was most important, right? Of course, that ends up being part of that fake attitude, that fake morality that I talk about, that now people in football have. Because, of course, it wasn't them that did it, and therefore they lost. But if it was them that did it and they won, then it would be okay. That's basically what I have to say about that.